with Read to Me, Mrs. C. Learning through reading is fun. Yippee! So let's open a book and we'll have an explore. The more that we read will mean you're learning more. Why, hello there, and welcome back to Read to Me, Mrs. C. Today's book is an information book. It's called Winter is Wonderful, and it is about the changes that happen in the season of winter in North America. Now, if you live in North America, you know that it gets colder in the winter, even if you live in a warmer state. So let's not waste any more time. Get comfy. We're going to read Winter is Wonderful. Winter is wonderful. Winter in North America is a wonderful time of year. But brr, winter is also the coldest season of the year. There are 4 seasons in each year: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Winter weather happens when the earth tilts away from the sun. This makes the days shorter and the nights longer. It begins on the winter solstice. The winter solstice is the day when it is the shortest amount of time in daylight and the longest amount of time in darkness. In many places, winter brings cold weather and snowy days, dreary, cloudy days, even icy days. When the air is cold enough, water droplets freeze into ice crystals. Ice crystals are often called snowflakes. When enough ice crystals fall, snow forms. Did you know that no 2 snowflakes look alike? Each one has its own design. You cannot see it, but there is water vapor in the air. At night, when temperatures get colder, these tiny drops of water freeze into tiny ice crystals on surfaces. This creates frost you can see sparkling in the morning light. Water turns into ice when the temperature dips below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 degrees Celsius. Underneath the water, fish enter a state of reduced activity called torpor. They become much less active and require less food and oxygen, essentially taking a winter rest in the deepest parts of a lake as the water freezes over. Icicles form when water drips from something and then freezes again. This process creates long, pointy ice rods. Bodies of water, like lakes and ponds, freeze over. Time for ice skating, or using as an extra play area for your dog. Many trees lose their leaves in the winter. They go dormant, which means they conserve water and energy in the winter. The trees that lose their leaves are called deciduous trees. Some plants stay green all winter. Evergreens don't lose their leaves in the winter. Did you know needles on an evergreen tree are leaves?
Yes, they are. Conifers are evergreens. Pine trees are conifers. Conifers have their seeds stored in their fruit, which for a pine tree is the pine cone. Because conifers stay green all winter, they make a great tree to decorate during the Christmas holidays. The night sky in winter is very clear. You can see the constellations Orion, Gemini, and even the bright star Sirius. In winter, constellations are groups of stars that create a pattern. Winter is also a great time to see the aurora borealis, or northern lights. These magical lights happen when the sun sends tiny particles towards Earth and they bump into the air, making it glow like a giant, colorful flashlight in the sky.
Wow, there are a lot of changes that happen in the winter season compared to summer. Before we move on, can you think of some things that are different in the winter than they are in the summer where you live? Tell somebody who's around you, and then when you're ready, go back to listening to the rest of the book.
Some animals hibernate in the winter. Hibernation is when an animal sleeps for a long time in a protected spot during the cold winter months. They do this to save energy because food is harder to find when it's cold. During hibernation, their body slows down so they don't get too hungry or cold. Bats, hedgehogs, marmots, squirrels, bumblebees, turtles, frogs, and bears are some of the animals that hibernate. Many animals stay active in the winter. They grow thicker fur coats to stay warm. Still, food is more difficult for them to find, and survival is tough. Some of the animals that are active all winter are beavers, chickadees, deer, mice, coyote, owls, raccoons, and many more. In winter, there's plenty of outdoor activities for people to do. Playing in the snow is fun. So bundle up in some warm clothes and get outdoors. People like to ski, snowboard, snowshoe, go sledding, and you can even build snowmen. Around the world, people from different cultures celebrate winter with festivals, lights, special foods, and other traditions. Many holidays and traditions are celebrated in the winter months. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, New Year's Day, Martin Luther King Day, President's Day, Valentine's Day, and St. Patrick's Day. All of the seasons are special, but winter truly is a wonderful time of the year.
If you enjoyed today's book about winter in North America, be sure to push the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. I hope you liked today's story. Learning new things is a lot of fun. I want you to think about one new thing you learned from listening to this story today. Maybe you could write about it or draw a picture or tell somebody. Okay, my friend, until I see you again, help me say it. Keep on reading.